All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Enhanced Sports Show. My name is Lou Tenor. It's kind of a very hot and humid day in the New York area. Number to call is 512-543-4662. Once again, 512-543-4662. And we'll be here just before 6 o'clock when Rizal McGee takes over his fun show from the DMV. Also, check out Kevin Dixon's show, Just Us Sports, Monday nights from 7 to 9, except during football season when it's 6 to 8. And Betty Cantley will have her new show as soon as possible. But don't worry, guys. I'm going to bring you in. I know we have a new caller from New York coming in. Don't worry. I will bring you in just as soon as I finish my little intro here. But don't go away. Okay, so June was a big month in the sports, well, as you know. But July is going to be even bigger. Where do we begin? Well, let's see. Of course, we got the traditional MLB home run and the All Star game, which should be in 2 weeks' time. We have the Tour de France, which is going on right now, or as I call it, the Tour de Force. Sorry. NBA Summer League, or as I call it, NBA Summer School, is about to tip off in about 20 minutes in the California League, and the bulk of it will be next week. NFL training camp, guys, that's going to start about 3 weeks from now. So all you football fans out there, get ready. It's because it's coming there. And of course, the grand spectacle of all sports, the Olympics, which begin on July 26th. Actually, they begin July 24th with pre-events before the opening ceremony. So, just so you don't get off guard with that, because as I know some of us do, hey, I do too. Oh, and don't forget also the ESPYs, which are on Thursday. And next week we'll do a recap of all that. Oh boy, that's going to do something. All right, now I'll bring everybody in. Okay. Matthew's here too. Matthew. All right. Okay. Where is Steve? Okay, Steve Davidson. All right, Diane. Diane. Mike. Mike. Steve Kent. Roger. All right. We have a new caller from I believe it's New York State. Her name. Would you state your name for the record, please? I think it's Anna. Anna. Okay. Thank you. Right. Okay. Yeah, oh, that's okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing we gotta think about, guys. This is a new caller. She's using a voice device to speak into her sort of call. So don't be alarmed by anything like that. Okay. And go easy on her. First time here. Right. Okay. So let's get started with the baseball standings right now and see where we are. And I don't like the looks of this, guys, already. As in the American League East, the Orioles are up at 56 and 32, a three-game lead over the Yankees at 54 and 36, who are in a slump right now, which you would not believe. It's awful. Uh, the Red Sox, are 7.5 back at 48 and 39. The Tampa Bay Rays even at 44 and 44, 12 back. And the Goofy Blue Jays are 39 and 49, 17 back. Over to the Central. The Guardians are 54 and 32 of a 16 lead with the Twins at 49 and 39. The Royals, I think, are the surprise, I think, this year so far. 48 and 42, 8 back. The Tigers slipping away at 40 and 48. And the White Sox bring up the rear, 26 and 64, 30 back. It's July 6th, and the White Sox not even won 30 games yet this season. Oh, wow. What do you think? What do you think? Pretty bad. What do you think? You think they're going to break the record for the worst team of all time? The Mets. The Mets. 40 and for the record, the I get it. No, but here's the thing: the Mets in this 1952 season finished at 40 and 122, if I'm not mistaken. So the White Sox are. Yes, I know, but they still hold that record. All right, so moving on. Yeah. All right, moving on. In the West, the Mariners are 49 and 41. Astros, okay, they're making ground now. They're 46 and 42, two back. The Rangers, 40 and 48, eight back. Oh boy. Not so much for defending your title, is there? The Angels, 36 and 51, 11 and a half back. And the A's, 33 and 57, 16 back. All right. Well, it's no contest in the National League East as the Phillies just rolling away with the division at 58 and 30. Yeah, 10 games over the Braves at 47-39. Mets have made some strides, but they're still two below at 42 and 44, 15 back. I don't think it's going to be a way they can win the division. So they're at the sell for a wild card shot at best. So, okay. I got an echo here. All right. The Nationals are 41 and 47, 17 back. And the Marlins, 30 and 58, 28 back. Love. The Central, Brewers are 52 and 37. The Cardinals are five back at 46 and 41. The Pirates, 52 and 45, nine back. They can't catch a break to save their life. Ignore the echo, guys. Okay, just ignore the echo. All right, the Reds, 42 and 48. 42 and 48, nine and a half back, and the Cubs, 41 and 48, 11 back. Finally, in the West, the Dodgers, 54 and 35. Padres are eight and a half back at 49 and 43. The Giants are 44 and 45, 10 back. The D backs, 44 and 45, 10 and a half back. And the Rockies, 31 and 57, 22 and a half. All right, guys. So, what do you think we see here now as we head to the second half? What has been your surprises? Well, there's no argument about that. Um, yeah, I think the Phillies being at the top are a little bit surprising. But what about say with the center with the Guardians and the Royals making strides too? Does anybody have any thoughts on that? Does that look surprising? Thanks, man. Oh, all right. Yeah, and the Royals too, because the Royals have been perennial losers for a long time, with the exception of the 2015 season. So they made some strides as well. Steve Davis. Yes. Okay. Steve Davis, any thoughts from you? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, considering that the Yankees have been in a slump lately, it's nice to see them, really, coming through in this game. I just hope that can, continue on at least to the All Star break. So tomorrow's the last game at home before the break for the Yankees, and they go on the road before the All Star break. Okay, I'll figure that out later. I don't have the schedule open right now. All right. So we've had a lot of NBA and NHL moves this past week as the free agent frenzy has begun. That's what I call it, the free agent frenzy. So I'm gonna go down, in order. Well, maybe not in order, but according to the sheets here. Um, did what get traded? We'll get to the NHL in a little while. All right. To start with here. Just let me get over here. Oh, all right. First, the free agent guard Mike Beasley signed a 1-year, $6 million deal with Detroit Pistons. His agency hasn't Hazen Sports Management confirmed on social media just today. All right. Uh, Beasley joins the Pistons after spending the previous season with the Bucks. He's one of the league's best premier shooters. Beasley made 41.3% from three-point range on 6.9 attempts of the game last season. Last season, he started 77 games for the Bucks and has played in 79 games in total over the past 3 years. He was paired with Damian Lillard, or I say Lillard rather, for a revamped Bucks backcourt, along with the Greek Freak, Chris Middleton, and Brook Lopez. Beasley has also been with the Nuggets, Wolves, Jazz, and Lakers. Boy, this guy really gets around, doesn't he? He's what you call one of the journeymen of the NBA. So, but the problem is he's going to the Pistons, and we know how the Pistons did last year, don't we, folks? I mean, they finished with the worst record in the league, of course, and I don't see how he's going to be able to turn the Pistons around, in his first year. So I don't know, guys. I don't think it's going to be a good move. I feel yeah, but still, I mean, going to the worst team in the league, that doesn't help much for your reputation. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about this move, guys. I think this could be a bad idea. But Detroit needs all the help they can get. All right, so Steve Davidson, I'll start that with you. Steve Kent. Yeah, and the free agent that they received. Yes, not at all. Too much. Too much. Okay. Yeesh. Yeah, I didn't want to go to try. I didn't play, but I wouldn't want to go there. Oh boy. Hold on, Di. Let's see finish. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You could say that again. Anyone else have any thoughts? Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right. I found some interesting news here. A former Nebraska shooter by the name of Kessel Mingo will get an opportunity to show whether he's worth return to the NBA. He has agreed to an Exhibit 10 deal with the Indiana Pacers. Domingo was named the second All Big Ten last season, helping Nebraska reach the tournament for the first time in a decade. The winner of this year's college three-point shooting contest, he shot 76 three-pointers, averaging 37.4% from the three-point line during his 3-year stint as a Cornhusker, which is more known for football than basketball. But Nebraska basketball is good in its own right, and so is baseball. Domingo averaged 11.4 points per game, 1 point in rebounds, with just under 1 assist in the 94 games with 57 starts. Well, I mean, the Pacers did well this past year. I mean, they beat the Knicks in the playoffs. And, when you got a good three-point shooter, I think that's going to help the Pacers improve their game, especially with him at the three-point line. All right, so, Steve, your thoughts on Domingo, or however you pronounce it. His name is Kessel Domingo. He's gonna probably play for the Pacers this year. That's the reason why they won. Yeah, Steve Kent. Yes, right. Chicago. Thank you. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. What do you make of the summer league though this year? Now we're on that. Now that you mentioned it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yes. Like Zachary. Sorry. Yes. Right. Like I'm having trouble with your line. Is there something on your phone? There's something wrong with your phone, I think, because I'm getting a lot of background noise and static. Yeah. No, it's Mike. But Mike, yeah, it's something on your phone, I think. But any thoughts so far on the NBA Summer League? All right. Does anyone else have any thoughts on the Summer League? It can be, but this is like going to be one of the weaker ones there this year. I mean, it's not like it was when we had Victor Wembanyama that came in last year. Although I do think maybe Alex Sarr might might do some damage in the summer league here. So I'm waiting to see what he's going to do. He was the second pick taken by the Wizards. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, hey, speaking of the Lakers, I got a question for you. I just found on here. All right, listen to the question, guys. You're, okay, you're down by one. The last shot is going inside to the center. Which one of these three would you want taking the shot? Would you want A, Will the Still, B, Shaq, or C, Kareem? There is no right or wrong answer. Just say it. Okay. Yeah. Yes. No, he's not. He never did. Okay, that's okay. No right or wrong answer. Hey, let me ask Jimmy that question. Jimmy, what would you do? What would you go with? All right. Uh, all right, Anna, what's your thought? Thank you. I go with Kareem too. Kareem was a legend. Shaq was a terrible foul shooter as well, and I don't think I would try to trust him if it was the last second shot. No, thank you. Will was also not even a foul shooting either. So I would have to go with Kareem. The majority says Alex is here. Okay, good. Hey, we got a good crowd today, folks. I like it. I like it. Alex, did you hear the question I just had? Okay. Oops. Oh, if you're down by one and it's going to center, who do you go with? Do you go with Kareem? Do you go with Wilt? Or do you go with Shaq? Thank you. Remember, Kareem is not right. Yeah, because Shaq was not a good foul shooter whatsoever. And for that matter, he was Wilt. Yes, one of the best. In fact, the best. Yep. Just don't mention that when he's on an airplane. That's all we got to do. Never mind. Never mind. My name is Roger Roy. I'm the co-pilot. You got me mixed with somebody else. Oh boy. That just doesn't show my age now, too, guys. Ugh. Okay, more NBA and NHL. Don't worry, Diane. We'll get to the NHL as soon as possible. Okay, Orlando Tragic. I mean Magic forward. Right. Orlando Tragic. I mean Magic forward Franz Wagner agrees to a 5-year, $224 million rookie extension that could be much as $269 million with incentives, of course. Wagner is eligible to earn 30% of the team's salary cap if he makes the All-Star roster. Sources said Wagner's agent Jason Gerlson completed the deal before July 4th. Wagner has been a cornerstone of the Magic's revival, averaging 19.7 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game, while the Magic returned to the playoffs for the first time in quite some time, in 13 years. And they had a 47-35 regular season record. Wagner was the 8th overall pick in 2021 out of Michigan and 7 30-point games last season, ranked in the top 10 in layups, dunks, according to Second Spectrum. Wagner has a brother in the NBA, Mo, and he agreed to a 2-year, $22 million with the Magic on Tuesday. Wagner is considered to be the best player to come out of Germany since Dirk Nowitzki. No, I don't know about that. I mean, Dirk was a great player. I mean, don't forget, and he also won a championship too. I mean, okay, Wagner's no slouch, but to compare him to Dirk Nowitzki, I don't think so. That's a little bit far fetched. He's got work to do before he gets the best from there. You know. But what do we make of this deal with the Magic and Wagner? Yeah, yeah. Steve Kent. Yes, right. Steve Kent, Davidson. Steve Davidson. Your thoughts on Wagner? Well, just try anyway. I'll see. I'll see what it is. So go ahead with your comment. All right, Matthew, your thoughts. Who would that be? You said they need one more deal. Who do you think they would be? Yeah, nice deal. I mean, I like that. I like that. All right, Jimmy. Okay, Roger. Roger, your thoughts on that? Yeah, with Wagner. Think so? Okay. Diane, your thoughts? You mean Orlando? Yeah. Anna. Okay, I'll buy that. Uh, Anyone else have any thoughts? Mikey. Yeah, I mean they have gotten better. I mean, in recent years, I mean, we used to call the Orlando tragic because they were so bad, at one time, but now they've stepped up. I know I shouldn't call them tragic anymore, but still, yeah, yeah, you do. Okay. Victor Wembanyama stole the show as France began its preparations for the gold medal for the Olympics. In a promising sign, the NBA Rookie of the Year, oh please, was all smiles after powerful dunks at both ends in a round against Turkey, 96 and 46 on Wednesday night. Wemby had 24 points and 6 rebounds to get the win. This was the first of 6 warm-up matches before Olympic play begins in 3 weeks. Hmm. Victor played a wimpy type game. He was imposing on the defense and weighed things in attack. It's something we never really known in France except by Nicholas Phantom. He's a great asset for what will be used in many situations. He'll be pairing up with Rudy Gobert, his fellow countryman, at their first outing together at the Olympics. France is considered a strong favorite outside the U.S., Serbia, Canada, and defending world champion Germany. Hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, Victor has shown some promise. I don't know. What was that, Anna? Yeah. All right, guys. So what do we make of Victor Wembanyama and France having a chance at maybe getting gold in the Olympics? They have a good chance of at least making it to early round play, maybe making a knockout stage. But I don't know beyond past that. I mean, Germany's Germany is the defending world champions. The U.S. is looking strong. Strong Canada, who has also done tremendously well, looks to be a strong contender. So, what do you make of this, Steve Davis? I'll start that with you. What do you think of Victor and champ? Steve Kent. Yeah. Even against Germany? Wow. Yes. Yes. Right. Well. I think we'll find out more as the league tournament's gone before making a final decision because he did play in the first warm up game. So we'll see how that goes as these preliminary matches go on before making the final roster. All right, Mikey, Diane, Roger. All right, Anna. I'll go to you. Matthew. Okay, Matthew. He's speechless. Thank you, Anna. Jimmy. Jimmy. Yeah, they are. And Alex. Yeah, yeah, sorry, yeah, yeah. No, I think it'd be Germany. To be honest, if US gets upset, I think it's gonna be Germany because They're, they're a powerful team. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Buddy Hield joined the Warriors as a sign trade with the Sixers that guarantees him 2 years and 21 million. Well, Hield will receive 18 million the first year and 3 million in the 26-27 season, and a player option for a non-guaranteed fourth year. That according to sources. Okay. Golden State is sending a Warriors 2031 second round pick from the Mavericks in the Klay Thompson side and trade. Pairing Hill with Stephon Curry gives the Warriors the top 2 3-point scorers over the past 3 seasons. Hill is a 40% 3-point shooter in his career, and he is the puzzle. He's part of the puzzle to the Warriors to fill the void that Thompson leaves as he heads to the Mavericks after spending a dozen years in the Bay Area. This kind of worries me about the Warriors. I mean, how do you think they're going to do though without Klay Thompson? It's like they're going to be back down the way they were before they wanted to run back on this run, winning 3 straight championships. Hield struggled in his shooting in the postseason, uh, outside hitting 6 3-pointers in the season-ending loss to the Knicks. All right, so with Hield taking the Warriors, does that help fill the void left by Klay? Steve Davis, I'll start that with you. I mean, is he going to be would be the big successor? Hmm. Yes, that's true. Steve Kent. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Yes. No. Yeah. 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 But you gotta like with Jason Tatum with his big deal, I think, don't you, Steve? I mean, 5 years, $314 million. And no. Hmm. Hold on. Ah, yeah. Yes. Right. Mm. Right. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts? Y- Yeah. No, probably not. Yeah, I think you're right about that. All right, so well, we got. I mean, there is a lot of basketball, but I think we're gonna turn to hockey now for a little bit. All right, just oh yeah. Here's one for you, Steve. The Boston Bruins has signed top six center as free agency period begins by acquiring a 7-year deal for Elias Lindholm, said by the Athletic. The contract has a cap hit of 7.7 million. Lindholm was a top free agent forward. Is one of the top free agents forward on the market. If I can continue here, yeah. Last season, he had 44 points in 75 games between the Flames and the Canucks. He was more impactful during the postseason with 10 points in 10 postseason games. So you might have a good deal here, Steve. Why? Yeah. Mm, yeah. Yeah. Right. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts on that? Yes. Okay. Anyone else? No. Okay. I'll move on. All right. So let's see here. Uh, more hockey news. The Carolina Hurricanes signed free agent for Wendell Carter to a Carrier to a 6-year, $12 million deal Wednesday. The 2023 Stanley Cup champion is signed on through at least the 2029-30 season. Yeah. Carrier is 6 goals and 2 assists in games for the Knights last season. General manager Eric, he finished with 90 hits, missing most of the season with upper body injury. General manager Eric Polsky said Carrier is a forward who competes hard at both ends of the ice. In 413 career games with the Sabres and Knights, Carrier has 58 goals and 49 assists. Okay, well, Jimmy, you're a hockey fan. What do you make of this one? All right, Diane. Yeah, Mike. All right. Anybody else? Yeah. We're Carolina Hurricanes. I just had. We'll get back. We'll get back to that. Okay, so we'll get, thank you. All right. All right. Well, I think this is not going to be a surprise as LeBron James signed a 2-year, $104 million extension to return to the Lakers this upcoming season. Now, of course, I think it was going to be a done deal. I mean, his son Bronny's going to come into to the league next season, and so it was only a matter of time before I really thought that he was, going to make the deal and come back to the Lakers. It didn't surprise me. Even he's going to be taking a lesser pay cut, but I really didn't see any big surprise with that. Bronny is going to be the 55th pick in the draft. The deal was a player option with a no trade clause. LeBron's return to the Lakers gives the opportunity to play alongside his son, who was in the second round, and will be the first father-son duo in league history. Last week, LeBron opted out of his deal worth $51.4 million for the upcoming season. His agent, Rich Paul Clutch Sports, said LeBron was prioritizing a roster improvement as he looked to reach towards a new deal. Paul said James would be willing to work with the Lakers to sign a new deal below the 2-year maximum of $162 million that he was eligible for. There was still a lot less, $1 million less to keep the Lakers below the second apron, and allow more roster flexibility. LeBron will enter his 22nd season with the league in the league, tying with Vince Carter for most years in the NBA. Okay, Steve Davidson, your thoughts on that? On the father-son duo of LeBron and Bronny. Yeah. All right, Steve Kent. Steve Kent. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, Steve, by the way, it was Wendell Carrier I was mentioning. Wendell Carrier. Uh-huh. Right? Yeah, he does. You're right. Yeah. Ooh, stop. Right. No, he does. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anybody else? Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. All right. Mike, any thoughts? No, Mike, we just passed that. Mhm. Thank you. All right. So now we'll move on. Yeah, I thought I had some Devils news here, but I guess I'll find it. But I want to turn everybody's attention to soccer. I mean, has anyone been following the European or the Americas tournament? You know, the U.S. against North America against the Latin American countries. Well, if you haven't, last night was a doozy. Get this: Canada beat Venezuela in a shootout and will head to the semifinals for the first time. That's right, Canada. I didn't really think they had much big soccer team. Actually, I am surprised. So all five players squared off after the first five attempts. Wilker Angel had his spot kick saved by Maximine Crepo in the shootout, and Ismail Cone buried the winning penalty shot to give Canada a berth in the semifinals for the first time. But now here's the problem, guys. Canada is going to go up against almighty Argentina at the semifinals on Tuesday, and I don't see how it's going to match up with that. By the way, that's going to be played here in New Jersey on Tuesday as well. It makes it even better. But I really don't see how Canada's going to stack up against Argentina and Lionel Messi. It's going to be a very difficult match. So this will be a rematch of the opener against Argentina that won the match on 2-0. Canada becomes the fourth North American team to reach the semifinals after Mexico, Honduras, and of course the U.S. All right, guys. Really, does Canada have much of a chance against Argentina at all? Seriously? No, no, I don't think so either. Uh, did I wait? Steve, are you on two lines? All right, all right, because there's another Steve Davidson that just came. There's another person with your name on, Steve. Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah. Diane, your trivia. Just wing if you have to. That is true. Yeah. All right. I think it's Artist Gilmore. Gervin? George Gervin. Yeah. Yeah. That was the first. Well, it was yeah. I think I think it was Wackadoo. Walton? The Lakers. The Lakers. I, no, Lakers, Portland. Okay. Now, Steve, I'm hearing a lot with Alex Ovechkin. He got in the midst of the overhauling. He said the general manager Brian McLean got received Alex Ovechkin's seal of approval. Ovechkin texted McLean a thumbs up emoji for acquiring Pierre Luc Dubois, but McLean was not finished yet. He also got new goaltender Logan Thompson and defenseman Jacob Chiron and via two more trades. He also signed blue liner Matt Roy and forwards Brandon uh, Duchesne and Taylor Radish in free agency to turn over nearly a quarter of the roster. What do you make of that, Steve? I mean, there's a lot of change going on in Washington, and of course, yeah, I just said that. All right, and of course, with Ovechkin, closing in on Gretzky's record, he's only 43 away. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it this season, but if he can hang in there for next season, I think he'll have it. Yeah, well, he's not scoring 43 goals like he used to. Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts? Okay. Rangers lose another one as the Hurricanes continue to restock in free agency by bringing in forward Jack Roslovic from the Rangers to a 1-year, $2 million, $8 million deal. Roslovic is the sixth player of the Hurricanes that have been added this week, with new GM Eric Tulsky in charge of the successor to Don Waddle. Roslovic finished last season with the Rangers, has 234 points in 481 regular season and playoff games with the Rangers and Blue Jackets. So the Rangers, lose another one. That was so much for trying to defend our playoff hopes. The Hurricanes also signed William Carter, Tyson Jost, and Eric Robinson, along with defenseman Sean Walker and Shane Gobasier, in the hopes of making the playoffs for a seventh straight year under head coach Rob Brindamore. Next season will be different, challenge after losing the town of free agency team that reached the second round of the playoffs. Jake Gunsel to the Lightning, Teuvo Tavarian to the Blackhawks, Brett Pesce and Stefan Newsom to the Devils. There it was, and Brady Second to the Predators. So, any thoughts on that with the Carolina Hurricanes big moves for free agency? All right, nothing there. Right. Yeah. Anyone else have any thoughts on that? Right. And more Russell Westbrook will pick up his $4 million option. He averaged 11.5 points per game and 5.5 rebounds and 4.5 assists last season. His first full season with the Clippers did not go well as he hoped for as the starting point guard. But in late October, trade for James Harden led to Westbrook becoming the sixth man for his second straight team. So that's on that. But unlike his brief tenure with the Lakers, Westbrook's move to the bench this season was a catalyst for the Clippers' best regular season in the Paul George Kawhi era. The Clippers finished with a regular season of 51-31, but lost to the Mavericks in the first round of the playoffs. After Westbrook's move to the bench on November 17th, the Clippers went 35-13 with the second best record in that span until the point guard fractured his left hand on March 1st. Westbrook underwent surgery and returned to action 3 weeks later, but only averaged 6.3 points and just shot 26% in 19 minutes in the first round series against Dallas. He had to adapt to a career low, 22 minutes per game last season, as the all-time leader triple doubles at 199, one of his best defensive seasons. He's ranked fourth in field goal percentage, allowed as a contesting defender among players to contest 300 plus shots last season, second for tracking. All right. Any thoughts on that? Westbrook. Yeah, not strong at all. Not strong at all. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Not too much. No. I mean, I know about Carmelo more than his son. Yeah. Yes, I would think so. Okay. Okay, we got to move on to tennis now. I'm going to start in the women's bracket because we had a big upset in the women's at Wimbledon as defending champion Martika von der Rosa's title defense came to an early end on Monday, losing to Jessica Bodas from Spain. Miranda von der Rosa became the first unseeded player to win a singles title as she defeated Honest Jabbar last year, and then he went down in flames. But her performance was riddled with unforced errors and double faults and double lackluster performance at center court. In other words, it was your fault. Oh no, sorry. Bonus Mary won straight sets 6-4, 6-2. This was the first time in 30 years when Steffi Graf lost to Laura McNeil that had a women's defending champion lost in the first round at Wimbledon. Ugh. With Von der Rosa out, this will be the seventh straight year that we'll have a new champion at Wimbledon. Serena Williams was the last to defend her title in the women's bracket in 2015 and 2016. Top seed Inga Swiatek an easy victory over Sophia Klein 6-3, 6-4, and she won again, I think, today as well. So no question. She lost. And that's another top seed going down. Okay, the dominoes keep falling. 38. Yes. No. Speaking of that, I have news on that too. I have news on Carlos. He was pushed to the fifth set yesterday at Wimbledon against Francis Tiafoe, another good player. And no matter how much trouble he had early on, Alcaraz found a way to finish the line. At the finish line, he avoided a huge upset, defending Tiafoe in 5 sets to reach the fourth round in a match that was just short of 4 hours. It was 3 hours and 50 minutes to be exact. I'll just call it 4 hours for argument's sake. Okay. Sheesh. Yes. No kidding. I knew that. Favoritism. What else? Yeah. As Alex put it, well, Alex, as you put it before, that word you're using, nepotism. That's basically what it comes down to. That's what Alex was saying earlier about nepotism. The password is nepotism. Okay, so anywho, to continue on, it's always a challenge up against Francis, as I had many times in the past. He is a really talented player. He is really hard to face, and He showed me again today. Boy, was I in big trouble. I had to adapt. It was very difficult to adapt my game, to find my solutions, and try to put him in trouble. But I was really happy to get the victory in the end. Thank goodness. Alcaraz moves to 12-1 in 5-set matches, including victories at the French Open, semifinals, and finals after trailing 2-1 before winning the French Open last month. Tahoe, on the other hand, is a miserable 6-13 when going the distance in 5 sets. So, in other words, you probably just tire out early. Mhm. So, they move on to the next round. Wimbledon has an off day tomorrow. Action picks up again on Monday. Okay, sorry. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, but yeah. Well, you're right. Greg, Greg, you know what the original time of that movie was, right? You know what the original time that was? You cannot be serious. That ball was out. You got me kidding me. Oh no. Sorry. You know what I just said about that? I have to do it. I have to do it. Yeah. Okay. So turning to international basketball, Greece is one step away from going to the Olympics for the first time since 2008 and giving the Greek freak his first shot, maybe Olympic gold, maybe, as they beat uh, as they beat as they won 96-68. Thomas Walkup had 19 points and Giannis had 13 points in the victory. Since head coach Bias Spanolis took up the whole deal, there's only been one goal, and that's to win the Olympics, said Walkup. Now they're one away from doing so. Luka Doncic, on the other hand, not a bad game, 21 points. And it was the first time that both players were playing against each other, representing their national teams. You know, I thought that match was tomorrow when I was going to say, who do you think has the better option? But it turns out the Greek freak, Greece, is pulling out, and they look to be favored, to go into the Olympics as Slovenia, which is also good, thanks in part to Luka. But in a matchup against head to head, you probably have to go with the Greek freak over Luka. I wouldn't, but most, yeah, that's true. Effort, no, that's true. No, but they did beat up on New Zealand in the quarterfinal matchup, 104-78. But that was as far as they got. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I got one of two ridiculous stories of the week. I think you're gonna find very hilarious, or maybe not, depending on how you think of it. But here it goes. Now, as I mentioned, the Tour de France began today. So here's what happened here. French cyclist Julien Bernard was fined 200 Swiss francs for the International Cycling Union after he stopped. Get this, guys. He got fined and he stopped to kiss his wife during a time trial for the Tour de France. You get fined for that? What are you nuts? Come on. 15 minutes into the time trial, Bernard stopped to kiss his wife and young son, who were standing on the road among a group of family and friends, which I don't see anything wrong with that, please. The UCI said in a statement that Bernard's behavior was inappropriate and damaged the image of the sport. What? That is damaging the image of the sport because he went to kiss his wife and his son and wish him good luck. That is damaging the sport. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Bernard said to the UCI he was sorry for damaging the image of the sport, according to them, saying that on X, but I'm willing to pay the fine and experience the momentum again. In a TV interview, Bernard said the encounter with his loved ones unique moment in his career. You get fined for they would wish for good luck. He got fined for that. That is so stupid. What else did he do wrong? Nothing I know of. You get fined for doing something that looks so innocent. How is that damaging your sport? He went to go kiss his wife. So what did that do to his wife? So what? It's his wife for crying out loud. Come on. And it's done. They were trying to wish him good luck. Since when is that a crime? Since when is that a crime? Huh? Really? Give me a break. I told you guys it was ridiculous. Phew. What's next? I had no problem with that at all. So anyway, back to tennis. The Joker right now, 4-set match over Jacob uh, Fernley, the 7-time champion at Wimbledon, beat his Scottish opponent on Thursday in a grueling 4-set match in the latest step for Dvorak returning from knee surgery. Ugh. Can you say that's ugly, folks? Sure it is. Can I help? Can I be playing better and faster? Yes, he said in our court review. So I'm hoping that as the tournament progresses, each day or each match day, I will be feeling better. Oh, I hope so. Fernley is a wildcard entry who recently finished college tennis at TCU, has a strong review section as he won the third set. He served it very well. He was very difficult to break his serve. He made me work for it, said Dvorak. The 24-time major champion said he should have been able to close out in straight sets, but was really not feeling comfortable between the third and fourth set, obviously. Sometimes you have rough days when you're not feeling your best, he added, and it depends on how the opponent crosses across the net. He had to really make me earn the victory. In other Wimbledon news, 7 seed Hubert Hurkacz became the third top 8 in the men's seed, only to make an early exit when he suffered a knee injury against Arthur Fils. After a slow start, Hurkacz was on course to tie the match at 2 sets apiece when he dived for a volley in the fourth set tiebreaker to go up 8-7. However, Hurkacz landed badly and stayed on the turf to receive treatment on his right knee, but after that, he lived on the court, receiving medical timeout before producing another desperate dive. But his movement became severely limited and threw in the towel in the fourth set by going down 9-8 in the tiebreaker. If you're that injured and you look like you're in pain, I don't know how much longer you can go. I mean, maybe you went too far thinking, well, I'll get the treatment. It won't bother me. Yeah, your heart's saying that, but your head's thinking something else. What have I always said? What have I said in this show throughout the year, guys? In all the years I've been doing this, what have I always said? Think with your head, not your heart. Right? And everybody's going. All right, okay, Mike's still here. Mike, you gotta fix that phone. All right, so moving on. All right, so WNBA. Oh, I got some WNBA news here, as we also did the Olympics as well. Where we go here? Oh, okay, that was last week. So let's do it here. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Steve. Well, anyway, Ken Clark and Angel Reese headlined the 12-player team WNBA. They'll face the women's national team on July 20th. That's 2 weeks from today. For this year's WNBA All-Star game. Clark was selected number 1 overall. Reese was 7th in the draft as the only rookies in the group. Anyway, so moving on. During their college days at Iowa and LSU, the rivalry helped shape the women's game to new heights. In their first 3 meetings of the season, they were decided by a combined 10 points, and the soon-to-be teammates are both strong contenders for Rookie of the Year. Both have earned Rookie of the Month honors, Clark in May and Reese in June. Other players on Team WA are Nakia Ogamike, Dewana Bonner, Aleia Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. For the national team, the lineup includes Brianna Jones, Alicia Gray, Decca Hemi, Jaquel Jones of the Liberty, Caleb McBride, and Arcade Oldwell. The top 10 vote getters are determined by 50% fan voting, 25% current player voting, and another 25% by the media. Were automatically named to the All-Star game who's not previously named to the 5-on-5 Olympic team. The voting process is just like the regular NBA. Okay. Mike, you were trying to say something? Mike? Mike? All right, Jimmy, you there? Jimmy? So is Reese. She has to watch her turnovers, though. That's the problem. It's killing her. Yeah, that's a really good the turnovers. But but I kind of like this line. I kind of like the format. Team USA against Team WMEA, and that's going to be I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup. Yeah. Also in tennis, Alexander Zverev overcame a knee problem in a marathon tiebreaker and nerves to see one of his sporting idols in the royal box in order to book a Wimbledon's spot in the fourth round. Zverev beat Cameron Norrie, the last British man to win the tournament, in 3 sets, 6-4, 6-4, 7-6 on Saturday evening after converting his 6th match point in the tiebreaker on center court. He needed treatment several times on his left knee following a tumble in the second set. He was also a bit starstruck from seeing Manchester simulator Pepe Guardiana of several major sports figures in the royal box. Zverev is a massive fan of Bayern Munich, the German club that Guardia coached from 2013 to 2016. Also, American Ben Shelton also reached his 4th round after the 4th-seed American came through a third straight 5-setter, beating Denis Shapovalov on the number one court in a match that was suspended overnight due to probably a serious amount of rain. And it rains a lot there in England. Oh yeah. Shelton became the first man to win 3 consecutive 5-set matches at Wimbledon since Ernest Gulbis in 2018. No one has ever won 4 setters in a row at any Grand Slam tournament that dates back to the Open era of 1968. Shelton instead insisted that he's not tired of heading into what amounts to a tough task on Sunday when he faces ranked player Jannik Sinner for a spot in the quarterfinals. Okay. Yeah, well, he's American, so I gotta go with him. Good luck, Shelton. Yeah. Wait, did I say Shelton or Sheldon? I was thinking Sheldon. Well, I was thinking Sheldon Big Bang Theory. Yeah. Remember, you got to do the knock 3 times. Oh no. Okay. Hey, I'm a Big Bang Theory fan. What do you want? All right. Well, we had to do our tragic story of the week, which I'm always, always had mixed feelings about that because, as much as I want to do the good stuff, you have to do the bad stuff as well. And this one is pretty upsetting. I don't know if you heard this morning, but this came out of Maryland as Minnesota Vikings rookie cornerback Kyrie Jackson and 2 former college football players were killed in a car crash overnight that according to the Maryland State Police, Jackson was only 24. Jackson perished in a three-car accident that occurred just after 3 a.m. this morning in Prince George's County, according to the police. Isaiah Hazel and Anthony Linton Jr. Are the former high school classmates of Jackson that were also killed in the crash. Hazel played at Maryland and Charlotte, while Linton played at Florida State and then Penn State. Police said Hazel was driving a Dodge Charger with Jackson in the passenger seat as the car was struck by an Infiniti Q50, attempting to change lanes at high speed. The Charger left the road and hit multiple tree stumps. According to the police, Jackson and Hazel were pronounced dead at the scene, while Littleton was transported to a local hospital and was pronounced dead by hospital personnel. Neither the driver of the Infiniti Q50 or her passengers were injured. Investigators believe that alcohol might play a role in the crash. And according to a comment of what I heard, this sounds more like a case of vehicular manslaughter, if I do say so. Has to be. Has to be. How stupid you have to be to pull someone like that and wreck someone and take somebody's life. Not to mention you might be taking your own life with that. How stupid are you? No, it's not Fast and Furious either. I mean, but still, I mean, the whole thing could have been avoided, and you wind up, and three people wind up, being killed in the accident. Just like I said, yeah, as the host of the show and always giving the news information, sometimes we have to do the bad as well as the good. It's that's how this works, folks. That's how this works. There always going to be some bad news in the sports world, and me being the reporter, and writer who of course writes the articles on here every day just to bring the show. It always, there's always that moment like, ugh, I got to report this. As much as depressing as it is, but it has to be told. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of Angel Reese, she continues to make history as the rookie forward recorded her ninth straight double-double, ties a record with WNBA legend Candace Parker for the most consecutive double-doubles in a single season. I remember Candace Parker. Reese was a star performer in the Sky's loss to the Aces with 9 points and 3 rebounds coming in the fourth quarter. Reese has been one of the most impressive rookies this year. She leads all first-year players with 11.1 rebounds and 1.1 steals per game. Her 13.5 in points is second only to Caitlin Clark with 16.3. But then again, I think Chicago has the better record than Indiana Fever. Yeah. Last week, she became the first rookie to record a double-double in 7 consecutive games. If this pace keeps up, she could break Yolanda Griffin's record for most offensive rebounds of 162 set back in 2001, and I think she just might be the person to do it. She will do it. All the attention I think has been on Caitlin, but Angel Reese, who despises her and really is no angel in disguise, is a very capable player of breaking these records, and she's on pace to 190 right now. So this wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, she is a good and dangerous player. The record may not show it, but she is a very good player. Okay. I didn't have enough time to write all this stuff down this week, but if I did, I would put it in. So just to tell you that, because I was running a little bit late today, so I didn't have time to write down every article, but I did get a lot in. So, mm, oh dear. Okay. Let's see. Did I forget anything else? Oh, easy. I got one more tennis note. I got one more tennis note, guys. It's the end of an era for Andy Murray, and his Wimbledon hopes did not go as well as he thought. He was knocked out of the first round of the men's doubles tournament alongside his brother Jamie in a straight set loss of 7-6, 6-4, losing the Australian duo of Rinky Hajikata and John Pierce. Clearly having movement limited by back pain, Andy Murray had to rely on his service game as he battled through straight sets that potentially leaves him with one match play left. The two-time Wimbledon champion withdrew from the singles tournament on Tuesday after not recovering time from a spinal cyst, left with less feeling in his right leg. Well, if you have that, you're probably not going to do so anyway. However, Murray's decision to play alongside his brother in the doubles tournament generated excitement at the All England club as supporters reckoned with the prospect of seeing Murray competing in the tournament for the last time. The British duo walked on the center court with the standing ovation by the hometown crowd in what was the men's first opening round match to play on the main court since 1995. After taking the first game, Murray almost secured his first break on the match with the fifth game with a forehand down from the line from Hajike's serve, brought up a deuce. Was able to hold. Ignore that. There's just message coming in. After taking with the tiebreaker needed to separate both pairs, the Murray boys let 6-5 lead slip as two high-class shots from Hajikata, a forehand down line past Jamie Murray, followed by a volley down the middle to the bridge on the back foot. Jamie Murray secured the first break of the serve by launching forward to the net by sending back a volley that the Brits were not able to reach. But the Aussie duo broke straight back. The seventh game took a 4-3 lead that led the rest of the way, seeming to break the Brits' resolve as Hajikata and Pierce navigated the rest of the way as they headed to the second round of the tournament, which was on Wednesday. So it looks like the end of there for Andy Murray. A good player. His injury. Not funny. Yeah, not at all. Absolutely. What career is right. And kind of a gentleman too. You don't really hear much of anything really bad about him either. He's one of the classy gentlemen of the league, if I do say so myself. And that's what we need more of. Yeah. Wish we didn't have that. Well, they don't do that. But Alex, yeah, but Alex, you're forgetting one thing. TMZ doesn't apply to Britain. They have the Mirror instead. The Daily Mirror. They go by that. We do TMZ. They do the Daily Mirror. Yuck. All right, moving on. The Rams agreed to terms. Hold on a second. Yep, I can make a correction. With defensive back John Johnson, the third, as the announcement was made on Thursday. Johnson returned to the Rams in 2023 after his first 4-year stint. They had a 2-year run with the Browns. He played all 17 games with 8 starts, making 42 tackles with 3 interceptions and 6 breakup passes. And a partridge in a pear tree. Johnson was selected third by the Rams in 2017 out of good old BC. He had 392 tackles with 10 interceptions, 38 breakup passes, 8 for loss, 1 forced fumble in 71 games with 38 career starts. He played in 7 playoff games, all for the Rams, all stars with 42 tackles and a weather bulletin. No, that's something different. With 30 starts, with 42 tackles and an interception. Johnson signed with the Browns as a free agent in 2021, had 162 tackles, 4 interceptions, 9 breakup passes, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 5 tackles for loss in 32 games, and started every one of them for the Browns. Wow, quite a list. And they say he can't go home again. Yeah, but of course the Rams need a lot more help. It's not the same Rams team that won the Super Bowl. Yeah, yeah, they're coming back, but yeah, you may. Yes, and only at the age of 24 as well. I mean, he had a bright future ahead of him, and now it just, you know, and as I said, the driver should be charged with manslaughter. She really should be. Okay. Well, as the All-Star game approaches, we might have to rule out Fernando Tatis Jr. He is not going to play because maybe of a stress reaction in his right thigh bone. This sounds nasty. Manager Mike Schlitt says it looks accurate enough, saying that before starting last night's series against the D-backs. Tatis was not in the clubhouse when it was open to the media. Uh, Tatis was voted to start for the National League along with left-hander Jurickson Profar. Tatis has not played since June 21st due to the injury that he said he had been bothering him for most of the season. So, yeah. Yeah, but that's gonna be tough for them, with him out. Yeah. Yeah, and so is Giancarlo Stanton as well. You can say that again. Yeah, and because Stanton, he's completely injured most of the time, and despite the fact that he still does well, on the field, but he is just so accident prone. It's hard to. Yeah, yeah. Some of them do, some of them don't. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. No, you can't. Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. More news here. The Red Wings signed former Florida Panthers winger Vlad Tarasenko to a 2-year, $9.5 million deal. Tarasenko is the sixth player from the Panthers Stanley Cup champion team to leave for free agency. Not uncommon as the NHL and other teams repeat that success. The 2019 and 2024 Stanley Cup champion will account for $4.7 million towards the cap through the 25-26 season that carries a no trade clause and no trade in year one and limited protection in year two. Got to be kind of hard to repeat when half your players are bowling for free agency. I don't see how the Panthers are going to stand up and win next year, as I said last week, and I think it holds more true today. Yeah, yeah. When you really think about it, because yeah, no, you mean the former Phoenix Coyotes? Yeah, yeah, right. The former Phoenix Coyotes. No, I said Coyotes, not Werewolves of London. Oh, oh, that's bad. Sorry. I'll explain it, guys. I'll explain it another time. She's gonna kill me with. She's gonna kill me here. Yeah, I know. Right. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, for you Cowboy fans, you Cowboy haters, Dak Prescott is no longer wearing a walking boot after suffering a minor foot sprain. Sorry, Steve. Prescott was using a boot while on vacation in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, in a photo posted on X on Wednesday. It was unclear as to when the picture was taken and now is without the boot. The injury is not expected to impact Prescott when the Cowboys open for camp on July 25th. I told you it's coming up soon, guys. It was not known how Prescott was injured. The Cowboys last worked out on June 5th. Prescott suffered a compound fracture and dislocated his right ankle and went with the Giants in 2020 in Week 5 and needed surgery. He has not re-injured the ankle since that time. Prescott is entering the final year of his contract, which will pay him $29 million this season. I know, Steve, you can't stand the fact that he's not injured. I know you just hate it, but I'm glad he's not wearing the. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, right. Okay, I gotta move on. I gotta move on, guys. I gotta move along. The WBC has expelled Ryan Garcia from any activity with the organization after he repeatedly used racial slurs against black people and disparaged Muslims in comments to play on social media. WBC President Marcisio Solomon announced the penalty on social media yesterday. We reject any form of discrimination, Solomon wrote. I fear for Ryan and his well being. He declined multiple attempts for our help with mental health and substance abuse. It was not clear what sanctions the WBC would take against Garcia, who was already serving a year suspension by the New York State Athletic Commission after a positive test for a banned substance. The suspension is retroactive to April 20th. The decision victory over Devin Haney, which was overturned into a no contest. Garcia posted an apology on sorts on social media. I was trolling. I want the killing to stop. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. Oh, stop. Really? Oscar De La Hoya, who promotes Garcia denounced Garcia's comments in social media. There is no room for hate in my company, period. I condemn Ryan's words with the strongest of terms possible, the statement read, and I happen to agree with him. I agree with De La Hoya. I see that he has apologized. That's a start, but it's only a start to earn back the trust and respect of those who continue to support him. We hope that Ryan will use his time away from the sport to work through the issues he has publicly discussed. We stand by ready to help whenever we can. It's been a horrible year for Garcia, who last month was arrested on felony charges at a Beverly Hills hotel, causing $15,000 in damages for being a putz. In a statement released by WBC, Garcia's family addressed his recent troubling behavior as well as his social media, saying that they have to align with his or our family's true character on true beliefs. But man, you are a problem. First you caused a ruckus in Beverly Hills and caused the damage, and now this. What more is it? Just yeah, that's one of them. Okay, and for ridiculous item number 2, as you know, of course, the 4th of July is famous for the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, and this one goes to Patrick Bertoni as he scarfed down 58 hot dogs. Bertolini filled in the void by Joey Chestnut due to a sponsorship issue with Nathan's and did not attend this year's Glutfest. Instead, competed later in the day against 4 soldiers at an army base in El Paso, Texas, as he wolfed down 57 hot dogs in 5 minutes. I can't believe anybody takes this stuff seriously, though, folks. I really don't. In this competition, Mia defended her title as she scarfed down 51 hot dogs in 10 minutes, a new record for the women's division. Oh, boy. What's next? I don't. You would. It's bad if we got breakdancing in the Olympics, guys. Come on. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, for those of you who don't know, later this month on the 19th, which is a Friday, I'm going to be doing a Friday show, same time, because I'm not going to be able to do it on the Saturday like I normally do for personal reasons. So just be sure if you can make it to mark it down, July 19th, 4 to 6. Bible one is good. Is that right? I was not aware. Okay, quick sports news and history, if I can find any within this century. Okay. Oh, no, before we forget, you can also check us on YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in theenhancedsportshow.com, and you'll hear the show in its entirety. All right. I'm looking for a recent history. 1945, Washington Center, Rick Farrell catches a record 1,722 games. Wow. Texas Rangers. 1962, Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle hit two home runs each in a 7-5 win over the Twins. Mantle his 4th consecutive homer. Yeah. Rod Laver beats fellow Australian Martin Mulligan 6-2, 6-2, 6-1 for his 3rd leg of his first Grand Slam. And I think they have a coordinating after him too. Billie Jean King beats Judy Bigart 9-7, 7-5 to earn first ever prize money offered at Wimbledon. In 74, Jimmy Connors wins the first of his 2 Wimbledon singles title, being Ken Rosewall of Australia 6-1, 6-1, 6-4. Martina Navratilova defends her title, being Chris Evert-Lloyd 6-4, 6-4, and 79. 1980, Steve Carlton banned 7 Cardinals to reach 2,836 strikeouts, the most by a lefty pitcher in MLB history. And Fred Lynn hits a grand slam in the All-Star game in 1983. And on July 4th, 1983, Dave Righetti pitches a no-hitter for the Yankees. And I wasn't able to see that game. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Rasul's coming up next. He's going to have a good show. I hope you tune in. I'll be back next week, same time, same station, 4 to 6. And we'll talk more, of course, with the SB Awards. We'll get thoughts on the All-Star game and everything else. So on that note, good night.